What's going on, YouTube? Tell me what you're gonna do when I come for you and your crew. Nothing, because if you ever do see me coming for you and your crew, due to my small stature, skinny frame, and lack of fighting experience, there's not much I can do other than maybe get beat to a pulp. So if you do see me coming for you and your crew, I'm just there to say hi. Don't hurt me. Going to you guys, today's video, I wanted to talk about how to lower your rate of closure, right? You always hear me say that ROC, which basically means how much your hands and forearms are rotating from open to closed during impact. We want that to be very low. So let's take the average big slice amateur, okay? Usually means they got too open of a club face coming into the ball, and if they hit the ball at that open club face, it's gonna be a big slice, or they have to time this forearm and hand release to square it up, or they could hook it if they don't time it just right. So what I teach, what Kelvin has taught me, is we want a low rate of closure by squaring the club face up early and using more of our bigger muscles, our body, to keep the club face square during the impact interval. So one of the ways we can do that and lower our rate of closure is to worry or be conscious of our left arm and what it's doing. Let me show you what I mean. So how should this left arm work during impact? Well, what Kelvin shared with me through his slow motion analysis was I was actually straightening my arm at impact and externally rotating it. And what I mean by that is my left elbow went from pointing at the target to my left hip during impact. So it was like this type of motion right here, straightening, and this elbow doing a lot of rotating. And that's a move that someone does who has a high rate of closure, that's doing a lot of rolling of the club face. So what Kelvin shared with me, what the best players in the world do, whether it's a Fowler, a Speith, a Westwood, a Horschel, even Sadowski does this, is that their left arm is actually, instead of straight, which when you have your arms more straight, you're using more of your tricep muscle, and that also promotes more extension in the left wrist, which is a flipping or casting type motion. But the best players in the world have their left arm bent and more internally rotated, so their left elbow points more at the target for a longer period of time during impact. And that's what's going to help you lower your closure rates. What I found is this has helped me with my contact, because the more I can keep this left arm a little more bent, is this helps allow the left hand to stay a little more flexion, to keep a little more lag on the club. And also because I'm not rolling this forearm or this elbow as much, I'm getting a little straighter curvature because the club face isn't as doing much manipulation during impact as well. And you know, it was just very funny. I was caddying in Q school 3 weeks ago, final stage in Florida, and it was amazing to see, because once Kelvin started sharing all these anatomy, biomechanic type moves that the best players in the world do, I started filming a lot of guys at Q school. And we ended up playing with a gentleman named Jorge Fernandez Valdez the first 2 days, 22 years old, did really well in Latin America, from Argentina, and I think he got top 20, top 25 at final stage, not even trying. We played with him the first 2 days, and the kid just striped it far and straight, and that's a scary opponent when he's hitting it farther than you and straighter. So after watching this stripe show clinic of him just nutting shots all day, you know, cool kid, you know, young guy, I asked him on the range if I could record his swing in slow motion, and it was amazing what I saw. What I saw was his left arm started off a little bent, went to straight, and as he was starting to go on his downswing, his left arm went from straight to just like this, just what Kelvin was telling me. This left arm, I mean, he was bent a lot and internally rotated, and he had a slow rate of closure, a slow rate of flip, so he was holding off the loft, holding off the rotation, and the kid was just, I mean, it was impressive. I mean, I almost felt like it was an honor for me to be able to be in the presence of such great ball striking. And like I said, he was just playing his average golf, top 25. Look out for that kid. I think he's going to do good things. So once again, you guys, if you want to try to lower that closure rate, be aware of what your left arm's doing. Use slow motion camera work to verify. That might not be something you need to work on, and maybe you might do it to an extent that wouldn't be good, right? If you have too open of a club face and you just keep this left arm bent and you're driving through, well, that's not going to help you, because you're going to have to collapse, flip, and roll. Okay, so it's a balance of knowing where the club face is at, body rotation, and keeping this left arm stable through impact. So you guys, hopefully this helps you just be aware of something new. This has been helping me. Also, for the giveaway that I was doing, some yardage books. Let me see if I got them. Yep, so I had these yardage books. I said I was going to do a giveaway for those who like my Facebook page, went and liked Woods Valley and commented. I picked Justin Jarvis from North Carolina. So thanks for just interacting, engaging. This is a pretty badass yardage book. We got all our numbers in here, pin sheets. You can see what we're hitting. into the greens, etc. So thanks a lot, you guys. I will give out the other yardage book to the other course in my next video. Like my Facebook page, go like Woods Valley, tell them I sent you. And thanks for interacting, you guys. All links down below. And I also wanted to start doing some more slow motion analysis of anybody else's swing. So for all you guys watching out there, check out the links and send me your swings. And I'll pick the swing with the best slow motion, that's the most clear and the most stable. You know, if you send me a swing where, you know, it's 30 frames per second, some camera guys like this, and you're holding it in portrait mode with those 2 black screens on the side, I don't want to review that. So somebody who sends me maybe an iPhone 6 video that does 240 frames, that's clear, that's stable, decent angles, then I'll start analyzing some swings and throwing it up on my YouTube channel as well. So send me some swings, you guys. I want to help you guys out as much as possible. Movement towards improvement. Hit me up on Facebook, Instagram. We're jamming hard this year. Stable release, stable impact. That's what it is, you guys. Gabriel out here. I'm out here. Peace. Okay, guys, let's take a little more look at what I was talking about, a little more video-based evidence of some great PGA Tour players. On the left arm being bent at impact and a little more internally rotated where the left elbow is pointing more towards the target than it is pointing behind you. First off, we have Billy Horschel here. Arm kind of looks straight right here. And as you can see, as it comes into the ball, once again, boom, we can see this left arm being bent because these guys know it helps with stability. They might not be doing this consciously, but these best players in the world are leaving us clues that we can pick up on. How about Sergio Garcia? Once again, his left arm looks pretty straight, and maybe about right there you can see it starting to bend, and you can see a considerable amount of left arm flexion and some internal rotation there. Okay, here's Rickie Fowler, and as you can see, his left arm looks pretty straight right here, and maybe about right there you can see it starting to bend a lot. This isn't the highest definition of videos, but we can still see a considerable amount of bend in that left arm, once again, internal rotation. Here's Lee Westwood, who's always been known for his ball striking. He's working on a short game these days, but good ball striker, and as you can see, look how much he's bending his left arm. I mean, some of this stuff doesn't even look natural, and these guys instinctively do it, but I mean, this is a ton right here. When I was growing up, they told me to keep my left arm straight, so I kept that left arm straight on my backswing and my downswing, and now that's only caused problems for me. And if we look at these good players, they got the left arm bent. Here's Jamie Sadowski, multiple Remax Long Drive Championship winner here. And look how his left arm goes from straight, and as you can see, it starts to bend. I mean, when you're swinging that fast and both your feet are coming off the ground, this is only going to help with more stability, and these guys naturally do it. I mean, it's scary, and you can't see this stuff in fast motion. I mean, I personally can't. So once I started noticing things, and Kelvin started to point out, you know, what these players are doing, I mean, it's just crazy that they do this stuff. Here's Jordan Speith, who's absolutely been playing immaculate over the end of the year. And as you can see, he likes to keep his left arm bent through the whole swing. But what a stable release in there. Bent left arm, elbows pointing towards the target, drive, hold, release pattern. Maybe that's why he's good. I think so. And here we have Graham Delaet, who's a great ball striker. And some players will have a more straight left arm than others, but we'll really never really see a player with a completely straight left arm. This one looks pretty straight, but if you have a good eye, you can tell it's still bent. And last but not least, here's my buddy George from Final Stage of Q School in Florida, who I personally recorded. Here's him hitting a 4-iron. As you can see, his left arm straight, and then as he comes into the ball, look how much his left arm bends right there. I mean, just a beautiful impact position there. Left arm bent, internally rotated. He's got some nice shaft lean, especially for a 4-iron. And that's why he was able to make good contact, hit it far and straight. And here he is with the driver. I mean, absolutely mashes. As you can tell, he's not a big guy, skinny frame. But when your mechanics are good, you have good rotation, you have efficient impact dynamics, you can hit the ball a long way. Once again, look at this left arm. One of the straightest drivers of the ball, straightest and farthest drivers of the ball I've seen in person. Just a great swing. And here we have on the right Tiger Woods in some sort of knockdown or stinger from the early 2000s. We can see his left arm a little bent at impact, but look how he holds this angle with his left arm. He keeps it internally rotated. You don't see a lot of rolling of that left arm through the ball. He's definitely trying to hit some sort of knockdown, a lower shot, keeping off the loft and holding off rotation. So for us flippers out there, if you're adding a lot of loft to the club, if you're rolling it, you're going to want to try to feel like Tiger Woods right here. So it would be a good place to start, hit some knockdowns, and try to work that finish into your full swing. So I hope this validifies what I was talking about today, you guys. We see the best players in the world do it, so you might as well give it a try as well if this is something you need to work on. This is why we're such a big advocate of slow motion analysis. That's why it's so nice to have a camera where I can record your swing and we can see exactly where club face angle is, where your left arm is, what your hands and arms are doing, etc. So make sure you're always validifying what you're working on and making sure you're working on the right things. You don't want to spend this next year working on stuff you don't need to work on. This might apply to you, this might not. But you guys, this is Gabriel right here representing the movement towards improvement. Let's all get better. Peace.